beginning there was no movie cameras, but there were a lot of people that had ideas and thought about it a lot of times. Among other things, a phenakistop was made, which was a circle with drawing on it at the end. So when it spun around, it made, for example, two people dance, like in this picture. There were many people who came up with ideas to produce movies, but the Lumiere brothers were the first to create the camera that could play and record movies. The first movie. The first movie was made by the Lumiere brothers because they made the camera. It was an okay, let me start over. The first movie was made by, of course, the Lumiere brothers. It was an unedited movie, and the movie was just people leaving a factory in Paris. After that movie, the brothers got many requests to make another one, which of course they did because people liked it, so they were like, cool, let's do it again. When the movies were shown in the cinema, there would be often a pianist playing and giving the movie a more punch to it, so it wouldn't just be silent, because there was silent movie back then. Cool. And of course we have modern films, which can be resorted into sci-fi or where they use editing to make them look and then we're going to move into modern movies. Modern movies can be animation, it can be sci-fi, it can be where they use edits to make people look different or make them look like a monster, for example. Those are typical modern film, what they often have in modern films. So I'm going to talk about animation. First of all, what is animation? Animation is an illusion of movement that shows when one image is over another, like for example this. Animation movies can be all kinds of films, like action to romantic. Our beloved Toy Story was the first animation movie that animation movies can be all kinds of movies. Animation movies can be all kinds of movies, to action to romantic. Start over. Animation movies can be all kinds of films, to action to romantic. It's all up to you. Our beloved Toy Story was the first animation movie to be made on a computer. And of course it was made by Disney, or it was made by Pixar, but Pixar is a part of Disney, so it was made by Disney. There are many animation studios, which makes animation. There are many animation studios, but there is more than just Disney. Even though it's great, it's not the only one. Start that over again. There are animation studios, which makes, of course, animation. But there is more than just Disney. Even though it's great, it's not the only one. It's DreamWorks, which have made so many great movies, including Madagascar and Shrek. There's also animation studios on the opposite side of the world. We also have some in Norway. But on the opposite side of the world we have Japan. And they have a big animation studio which is called Ghibli Studio, which I'm going to talk about. Woohoo! So, first off, Ghibli Studio is an animation studio in Japan. which I said earlier. It got founded in 1985 by a sweet man, which belongs in my heart, called Ohio. Can't even say his name. Ghibli Studio is an animation studio in Japan, which I said earlier. It got founded in 1985 by a sweet man, which belongs in my heart, called Ohio Miyazaki. One more time! Ghibli Studio is an animation studio in Japan, which I said earlier. It got founded in 1985 by a sweet man, which belongs in my heart. He's so cute. Called Ohio Miyazaki, and he's still alive today. So one of my dreams is actually meet him, which is probably not going to happen, but it's one of my dreams. They have made so many lovable movies and series, and many people have fallen in love with this studio. The studio's anime movies, which they are, anime is a type of drawings in Japan. So it looks sort of like this, and when it's just in a book, it's called manga. But when it is animated, it's called anime. So the studio makes anime movies, and the anime movies, people say. So the studio makes anime movies, and people say that they are full of fantasy and they feel emotions in movies. That one we have to do again. That was super bad. The studio's anime movies are, as people say, themeful of fantasy and emotion. Full of. The studio's anime movies are, as people say, full of emotions and fantasy, which of course is what I love. Okay, now I'm going to talk about one of the movies that is in Ghibli Studio, that Ghibli Studio have made. So Spirited Away is a 2001. So Spirited Away is a 2000 animated fantasy film written by and directed by none other than Hayao Miyazaki, and it's one of my favorite movies by them, and it's just in general. And they have made so many other movies as well, not, for example, including Totoro, The Moving Castle. They even have made Mononoke, the Princess. They have made so many great movies, but this one is Spirited Away is the one I'm going to talk about. Spirited Away tells the story of a Chihiro, a 10-year-old girl who, while moving to a new neighborhood, enters the world of kami, which is a Japanese folklore, where spirits go to actually just be there to chill out from their normal jobs. After her parents are turned into pigs, hang with me, by which Yamada. Okay, I'll start over. Spirited Away tells the story of Chihiro, a 10-year-old girl who, while moving to a new neighborhood, enters the world of kami, which is a Japanese folklore, with her parents. After her parents are turned into pigs, stay with me here, by which Yababa, Chihiro takes the job working in Jahaba's bathhouse, which, if you don't know what it is, it's a thing that is in Japan, which is basically bathtubs that you go into that are hot, and you're supposed to be there to relax. And Chihiro works though then in Jahaba's bathhouse to find a way to free herself and her parents to return to the human world. Miyazaki wrote the script after he decided the film would be based on the 10-year-old daughter of his friend Seiji Okuda. Which was one of which was a good friend of his, which was a great friend of Ohio, which was a great friend of Ohio. They came and visited his house each summer, so they were quite good friends. The film was originally released in Japan on 20th of July 2001 by Toho. It became the most successful film in Japanese history, making over $347 million worldwide. The film even overtook Titanic, which I think is whoa, that's huge. Spirited Away received Universal Academies, and it received and it also received the greatest animation films ever made, which I think is true because it's an amazing movie. It won 2 Academy Awards. Spirited Away received Universal Acclaim in it. Take that away. Okay. Cut that out, Tuva. Cut that out. Oh. Spirited Away. That's one. It won 2 Academy Awards, making it the first hand-drawn and non-English language animation film to win the awards. I absolutely love this movie so much. The story is great, the characters are amazing, and it's just an amazing movie, and I even have cosplayed it, or I'm going to cosplay. Here's a picture of that. It's amazing, and I love this movie so much. It has feelings. I almost cried the first time I saw it, and it's just amazing, and I recommend it so much. So that was the entertainment presentation. Thank you for your time.